everyone. My name is Gino Kubo, president of Gino Kubo Films. I'm here not to talk to you about fantasy films or anything as such. I'm here to talk to you about a great injustice that's happening throughout Japan to foreigners and foreign nationals. What's been happening here has been happening to this man who lives in this house. He has been struggling for 3 years to see his child. He has not seen her except by pictures and screenshots. He just wants to spend time with his daughter to fix the problem of Japanese legal system that misinterprets the international law about parents who go through a divorce. Come with me as we find out his struggle. So, Eric, can you tell us a little bit about your situation?
Well, 3 years ago, I got divorced, and ever since that, I haven't seen my daughter. Although I have court documents that say I can see her, because we're in Japan, they can't enforce that. So my ex-wife took my daughter.
And so you're from Belgium. I'm not from Belgium. So how important is family to Belgian people?
Family is very important. I talk to my family every weekend on Skype. But in Japan, I have no family, it seems.
So, what do your parents think about your current situation?
Actually, they want me to come home and maybe stop losing battle. Because in Japan, it's really, you can go to court and go to court, but nothing really changes.
But if you're going to court, the court is telling you certain things to give you positive and hope, isn't it?
And they always do every year, but in the end, when that year passes and my visitation starts, it goes back to where it was, so nothing really changes.
Have you talked to anybody in the government that can help you resolve this issue?
People have tried. There's lots of parents in Japan, foreigners and Japanese, that have the same problem, but even if you go to court, and I guess there was a case when they went to Supreme Court and then it got thrown out, I think.
So, you have a lawyer, and your lawyer, is he giving you hope?
He's doing the best he can with what he can do, because there's a lot of loopholes in Japanese law that, actually lawyers get paid a lot of money to help take children from parents.
So, is that what you want? Do you want to take your child away from your ex?
No, I think my ex should be able to see my child, but I should be able to see her too.
So you want equal treatment?
Yes, like in Europe we have joint custody, but in Japan there's no joint custody. So one parent is helped by lawyers to take the kids, and then the other parent never gets to see them again.
So, if your child gets dual custody with you being in her life, is that going to make her life better, or is it going to put too much stress on the family?
Well, to make it better, of course you need both parents. If you have one parent telling you what to do, then you don't. Everyone needs mother and father to be there. Otherwise, it's been proven that children that grow up with one parent will have psychological problems later in life.
I see. And when you're trying to fight for your rights, do you want more than just visitation rights?
I'd like to see my daughter, that's all I want.
And what would you do if your daughter came to visit you? What would you do?
Do whatever makes her happy. Go to the park, play soccer, go to the toy shop and buy a lot of toys, and make her happy.
I see. This might be a little bit of a personal question, but we're here to try to help. So, how long were you married?
3 years, I guess.
3 years? And did your marriage have personal issues at home? Was there violence at home?
Yeah, one time my ex-wife on my daughter's third birthday, she broke my ribs.
She broke your ribs?
Yeah.
Not the other way around?
No.
Did you file charges for those?
No.
Is the reason why you didn't file charges because you care about the family?
I don't want any trouble, so I don't want to, get anyone into trouble. But I should have really.
Okay. Was this in front of your daughter?
Yeah.
She did this?
I came into the house. My wife at the time was in the shower, so her mom was there, and her mom said, "Do you have presents for Jessica?" I said, "Yeah, okay." So I bought a lot of presents, and me and my daughter were opening the presents. And at one point, my wife came out of the shower and went completely crazy and started hitting me.
Is this like a normal thing that she would go into?
Well, she has kind of a problem when she can be like really, really calm at one point and then just start flipping out.
Do you think a lot of the stress is because Japanese society doesn't really understand international and interracial relationships?
I think my wife's family doesn't really understand foreigners. So it's kind of a complicated thing. So they don't understand and they want to do everything their own way. So they don't want any foreign influence in their family. They marry a foreigner, but then what you say doesn't matter.
And what is your current position in thinking about international relationships in Japan?
Well, where we live is countryside. If you go to Tokyo, people are more open to foreigners. But if you go to the countryside, there's still a lot of people that, don't know foreigners, don't know how they think, don't know what they do, don't know why they do it, and it's very strange sometimes.
Okay. And has your daughter received any maltreatment because she's a mixed individual?
I don't know about that because I haven't talked to her in almost 4 years. So I guess it could happen at school, I don't know. She looks different than, she's twice the size of Japanese kids.
Okay. And when you see your daughter again, and we hope you get to see your daughter again soon, what would you give her? Do you have anything for her? Do you have any messages or something you want to show her?
Yeah, I have that over there. I bought it for her birthday.
This. What is this?
It's she likes Disney. She likes to dress up like Princess Elsa, Snow White.
This?
So I bought this on Amazon, and then I just built it myself because I'm like, she's not gonna play with it.
And you want someday to be able to play with it with her?
Of course, yes. She'd like this.
I see. And what would you tell your daughter if you could see her today?
I tell her I've missed her for 3 years, and I would be happy to see her.
You've been living alone for 3 years. Has it been difficult for you to be so far away from your daughter?
Well, not far away. I guess it's like 15 minutes by car, but it feels like I'm in another country.
And in a way you are. You're stranded here alone while your daughter is kept from you.
It's the only reason I stay in Japan. If I wouldn't have a daughter, I would have left 3 years ago. But the reason I stay here is because of her. Maybe someday I can see her.
And then, how has your family in Belgium helped you through this difficult time?
Well, they support me because I have to pay child support, and in Japan we have lots of bills, so life is expensive. So whenever they can, they help me. So people to talk to, because this situation in Japan, you can't really talk to anyone.
You've mentioned paying and the court system, and you pay a lot of money for your child support. Isn't there supposed to be a give and take?
In Japan, that doesn't matter. I guess my ex-wife's lawyer said that child support and visitation doesn't go hand in hand. So even if she ignores my visitation rights, I still have to pay.
I see. And what are some fond memories of you with your daughter when you were still married?
Well, we used to go to the park or go shopping. She liked my car. So we'd just go for a drive, go to the park, go to the video arcade, play some games, and run around and play.
I see. Right. I really hope that this documentary will help you in reaching your goal and hopefully getting to spend time with your daughter again. Is there any final message you have, a plea or a request, or even a simple question for your ex if she's to see this video?
Well, if my ex sees this, I hope she realizes that I won't give up and I will keep fighting, and that my daughter has the right to see her father.
So, Eric, this is the park where you used to play with your daughter.
Yep.
What did you do here with her?
Used to play on that slide and then go into the water feature over there in summer because it gets really hot. She always wanted to go on the big slide, but I said, can't do that, that's too dangerous.
Even though it's something she wanted to do, you wouldn't let her do it?
No, because it's too steep and it's dangerous. It's made out of concrete.
Would you have gone with her now that she's older?
Probably now is okay if we do it together.